Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're coming back, I'm Michelle Manley. I'm your independent Norwex consultant, and this is your kitchen demo, your live demo of your kitchen. I'm going to show you all the things that I use in my kitchen, and it's going to be a lot. So I hope you're ready. If you are new to Norwex, please comment below. I will check all the comments after the demo and I will answer any questions you have. Please be interactive. There will be a giveaway for anybody who messages below or comments throughout. So tell me if you are new to Norwex, and if you're not new to Norwex, tell me your favorite kitchen item. So we're going to cover all the things tonight. We're going to move around a little bit, so we'll see how this goes. So first of all, two of my most used cloths in my kitchen are the kitchen cloth and the counter cloth. And these are both microfiber, and they are just like our Norwex microfiber. So if you were around earlier for the Safe Haven demo, you might have already heard this. It'll be a refresher. If you didn't check that out, you might want to go back and check it out. The Safe Haven 5 is where we like to begin with Norwex. So we have the kitchen cloth here, and all of our cloths, we have lots of microfiber, guys, and it can get overwhelming. So they all have tags and they have the name on them. So this is kitchen, and this is, oh, it says kitchen. It's kitchen, but it's actually called the counter cloth. I wonder if this is an old one I have, because this tag is different. And it will also have backlock. So the word backlock means that there is silver present in the cloth. And the reason that's important is because the silver stops the bacteria from growing. The bacteria dies. It's a self-cleansing property and weaved into the cloth. And it is what keeps your cloth from smelling bad. So who, comment below, should give me a raise of hands, who has had a kitchen cloth and you go to touch it the next day and you're like, oh, and your hands smell really bad and it's awful? These will never have that problem because of the backlock and the microsilver technology. So that is what we love about them. So all of our kitchen products, or the different cloths, they just have different weaves for different jobs. So I'm going to take you over, before we do the one demo, I'm going to take you over and show you this kitchen cloth is really good at picking up crumbs. So I have a mess here from dinner. I can figure out where to set you. Okay, so here is why I love the counter cloth. So the kitchen cloth. Sorry about that. So I have the kitchen cloth here. I'm just gonna fold it over. It's completely dry. It's not wet at all. And look at my countertops. They're so speckled that you just don't see the amount of dirt and junk that's on them. So what I really love is that, show you where I did it. Look at that. It picks it up and it removes it dry, which is so great. I absolutely love that. Look, it's all on here and it stays on here. It traps in this weave is perfect for this. So it all traps in that weave and it is wonderful. So now let's do a demo with this countercloth. So I'm going to brush it off and I'm actually going to wet it. So it's really great dry to pick up and remove crumbs and things like that off the counter, but we want to wet it to remove the bacteria. So I have our third-party testers here. Remember, we have lots of Norwex testing available on our website, legit, real testing. But this is just our way in a workshop to show you that it works, right? So I have these testers from the science lab. Green means good. See the check mark? It's not really focusing, but the green means good, and purple is dirty. So it goes from a check to an X. Oh, there we go. Oh, for a second, maybe if I put my finger up here, it will. And then X's. So I have our steak here. So I have this piece of steak, and I am going to, oh, see the juice already on there? I'm going to rub it on this plate. So gross. Okay, now I'm gonna take our tester and we will swab this plate all in that steak juice right there. So protein is smaller than bacteria. So if there's no protein there, there's no bacteria. And if there is protein, then you probably have bacteria. So we want to show that there's protein on this plate, which look, immediately it is purple. Super gross because it was full of juice, right? So there we have it, nice and purple, okay. Okay, you have two options when you're cleaning. You can mechanically clean, which means you add chemicals to the surface. You hope to kill something, and then that's how you clean. Or you can, did I say chemically? That's how you chemically clean. To mechanically clean, you pick it up and remove. You're not adding to the surface. You're truly cleaning the surface, which means void of substance. So here you can see this is purple, right? Purple. Purple means dirty, if you see the X, right? Now we're going to use our counter cloth. So I have, and you can even see that there's a little steak still left on the plate. So we're going to use our counter cloth, flat surface, clean the plate. Try to get that piece of steak off of there. Okay, now I'm going to take our next tester, clean tester. We're going to swab the plate all over the plate, everywhere. Swab, swab, swab. Okay, and then now the reason we're using protein testers, these are used a lot in restaurants to check surfaces and to see how clean things are. The reason we're using a protein tester is because protein is smaller than bacteria. So if there's no protein present, there's no bacteria present. So this one you can see is green, which means there was no protein present. Protein is smaller than bacteria, so there can't be any bacteria there. And there are our two. Now, the other thing I like to do sometimes, because people are like, oh, how do you, the fibers are so dense that, and they're star-shaped. Microfiber is star-shaped, so it picks up and grabs and traps it in until you wash it and release it. So I like to take this green swab and swab the cloth for you so you can see. And then I put it back in here and show you that it still stays green. The bacteria is not coming off. The other thing to show you is I still have the steak here. Okay, so there's the steak. If I take this green, well, I want you to see again. So we have green and purple, right? They're there. If I take this green one and I swab the steak itself, just to show you it's not a faulty tester. Bam, it's purple. And the longer we let it sit, the more purple it will get. We can come back and check them later. Oh, well, no need, they're very purple. So it does in fact work, and it's gross. So the other thing I will show you is my plate. Yes, I did it. Gross, right? There's nothing here. Would I lick this? Not in a million years. That is so gross and horrible. But this, no problem, because I know that it's clean and I know that microfiber works. So this is our kitchen cloth. Usually they come in a set, or you can buy them in a set with our kitchen towel. I absolutely love our kitchen towel because it is enormous, and we don't use paper towels much in the house anymore, so it has, in a lot of ways, it replaces our paper towels. The other way we've replaced paper towels is the counter cloth. And the counter cloth is, you can get in a set of 3, or you get it with this great little house. And after you use one to clean up a spill or to clean up a counter or to wipe down the counter, you just drape it right over the little house and it dries, and then you use it again and again. Now, lots of people ask me, how do I know when to wash my cloth? You know when to wash it, honestly. I decide when to wash it. I wash them weekly, but if I'm wondering before then if it needs to be washed, see how soft and flowy it is? When it gets a little stiff and crunchy, that's when I know it needs to be washed. So that's how I gauge when to wash my counter cloths. But they are super absorbent. So it takes a whole handful of paper towels to absorb 1/4 a cup of water, this can absorb more than 1/4 a cup of water. So all of those times where you had to grab a huge amount of paper towels to clean something up, now you just need this. And that's a game changer. With the cost of everything right now, being able to save in even the slightest manner makes a difference. And I know personally, I love when I go to Costco or Target and I do not need paper towels in my cart. It makes me very happy. These have, we use on average about 3 rolls a year of paper towels. Now, with a puppy, that's going to be a little bit different for puppy messes, but for our household, only 3 rolls a year max. So that is a huge savings for us. The other thing about these cloths that is my favorite little trick for them is I tuck them in with my produce. So if you have grapes or strawberries or berries or salad or spinach, I used to eat spinach every single day. I would tuck this in the bottom of the bag of spinach and it absorbs all the moisture. And because it absorbs all the moisture, your produce stays alive longer. So I could keep a bag of spinach for 28 days. Give me your reaction to that below. 28 days by putting this cloth in there. So that is amazing. Now, speaking of produce and fruits and vegetables, let me show you my next favorite thing. And that is the produce wash and the produce mitt. Now, the mitt is sometimes available and sometimes not, but we do have a fruit and veggie cloth, which does the same thing. So I don't know about you, but I'm a little germophobic. So the thought of somebody in the grocery store touching my produce before me, who knows where it's been? Did they come out of the bathroom? Did they wash their hands? Do they ever wash their hands? Are they sick? All the things, right? All the things. I just can't handle it. So I have always been somebody who washed my produce. I used to wash it in baking soda, but often it wouldn't get rinsed well enough. I couldn't get it all off and it would be gritty and disgusting. And I didn't like it, but I knew I needed to wash it with something. I just didn't know what was a better alternative. Then came Norwex. Now I'm obsessed with produce wash. So you can just squirt a couple squirts on your produce, or on the back it tells you exactly how much to measure. If anything you get from Norwex, one thing I definitely want you to get is to read the directions. So if you saw that blacklight demo video earlier, the big lesson in that video, well, there's lots of lessons, but one of them is definitely read the directions on things. So on the back, and if you didn't see it, go back and check it out. It's worth watching, I promise. It tells you how much. You measure a little bit, put it in a bowl of water and let your produce soak. When you pull out that produce, grapes, strawberries, you will be horrified at what's left behind in that bowl, and you will be so thankful that you washed your produce. The mitt is amazing. So think about all the germs on your peppers and your oranges and your apples and the wax on your your apples. All of that can be taken off with this mitt or with the fruit and veggie cloth. We have both in our house. I just happen to love the mitt. This is a must-have item for me, especially well, now I'm doing a lot of produce all year long, but it used to be especially in the summer. This also, great little trick, it will peel a carrot for you. It will peel a zucchini for you. So we accidentally peeled a zucchini a couple weeks ago. We didn't mean to. Brooke was washing all the produce, and the peel of the zucchini came right off just from her washing it. But it's really awesome for carrots. So peeling carrots is a little tedious. So easy with this. It comes right off, no problem. Saves you time. So easy, and it preserves a lot of the carrot, so you're not losing a lot of it. So love this. These are 2 must-have items for us. Okay, now we're going to come over here. Again, sorry I'm moving you around so much tonight. And I left some dirty dishes for us. So I have this pan here that is awful. You'll see it's like caked on. I mean, it does come off, but it is caked on really good. So my favorite items in the kitchen, like my ride or die items, are right here. One is the degreaser. Degreaser comes in a bottle similar to this size, and it dilutes into a forever bottle. Now, some people will say, well, I like it strong, I don't need to dilute it. Guys, let me tell you, even diluting it, it is so strong. And you get so much bang for your buck because you get this whole bottle, and it makes at least 4 bottles in here. So I keep it, and I have them labeled. I keep it in here, and anytime I have any pan that's dirty like this, I will spray it and then let it sit. So we're gonna let it sit for just a couple minutes while I show you my next favorite item. My next favorite item, my ride or die item, down here you'll see I have just a little organizer. I have command hooks under all my sinks, so there's command hooks on the other side, and then this little organizer is for this beauty right here. So you're gonna look at this and you're gonna say, Michelle, that is stupid. What do you want me to do with that? But this is the best thing in the kitchen, guys. So this is called the netted dishcloth. And when I first got it, I'll be honest, I threw it right in a drawer because all I cared about was microfiber. What do I care about that netted dishcloth for? Well, little did I know, this thing is amazing. It replaces all of your sponges, all of your scrubbies. It does not look like it has scrubbing power, but I promise you it does. So you want to use our microfiber to clean the counters, to clean the cabinets, to clean anything that needs to be cleaned except for dishes. When it comes to dishes, you want this bad boy right here. So I also left this messy bowl here to show you. So, now, the beauty of this netted dishcloth is that you can use any soap with it. I, of course, prefer our soap, our dish liquid, because it doesn't have any chemicals. It's not going to leave any chemical residue behind. So I just put a little squirt on here, rub it together, and you see it did suds up. And then, so even, look at all the grit on there. It cleans everything so easily, guys. It is such a game changer. I don't know how I lasted my whole adult life without this thing. So there you have it, just that easy. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to show you is our cutting board. And I left this mess to show you. Look at that drip ring. Look how it saves everything. So I'm not a big cook. If you know me, you know I don't love to cook. It's not my joy in life. But what I have learned as I've gotten older is that good cooking tools make cooking so much easier. If only I had known that when I was younger, I probably might not loathe it quite as much. So this cutting board, here's why we love it. Number one, it's phenomenal. And this one is the small size, but it is actually the perfect size. I love the juice ring. If you know what this is made out of, comment below. Or if you've tried it, let us know. It has a silicone ring so it never falls off. I used to have this cheap plastic one and it would always move on the counter. It was so annoying. This one never moves. It stays still wherever you put it. I have cut and cut and cut on it. There's no knife marks on it. I mean, you see the pattern in it, but no knife marks. And it is made of rice husks. Now, here's why that's important. Are you cutting on plastic? And then all that, when you're getting all those knife marks, number one, the knife marks, bacteria is growing in there. But number two, all those plastic chips are being ingested in your food. So rice husks, you have no worry. But not only that, I have no knife marks. And I cut with really sharp, good knives and no problem. So this is another must-have item. Love it, love it, love it. Great for everything. Okay, so now let's come back to our pan and look. So we have the degreaser sitting in there. I still have my cloth and it does still have some soap on it. Some people like to mix a little soap with the degreaser into the spray bottle. I just don't like to do that. I think it just works so much. I don't know. I think it just works so great on its own. I just don't really like to do that. So you see, look how clean that pan came. So easy, so simple with this knitted dishcloth. And I think I said this before, but you can use any soap with it. I obviously prefer our soap, but any soap can be used. And it's not going to harbor any bacteria because it's netted. When you're done, you just rinse out all the yuck, throw it like this, and it's ready to go again. Now, when it does need to be washed, you can throw it into the washer with your Norwex, or what I like to do is I drape it over the top of the rack of the dishwasher when I wash dishes once a week is what I try to do. But this, guys, looks dumb, best thing ever. You definitely want one. Okay, so that is that. A couple other things I want to show you. So this is something that I use every now and then, but all of my friends love them. They're obsessed with them. It's their favorite product. So the way I feel about the dishcloth is the way most people feel about this, or many people. So this one is the Enviro Scrub. Took me a minute. This is called the Enviro Scrub. It also has backlock. So because it has silver, you cannot use Dawn or any other kind of dish soap with it, but it is safe with all of our products. What's nice about it is one side is really scrubby and one side is Enviro Weave. So I'm going to show you how I do like to use this. And I have our cleaning paste. So if you were in our demo earlier, or if you're familiar with cleaning paste, tell me how you use it if you're familiar with it. If you were in our demo earlier, tell me, well, you don't have to tell me anything. Okay, so cleaning paste is your elbow grease in a jar. It replaces Soft Scrub and Comet and Gooby Gone and all the things. So where we're going to use it is my favorite place. My favorite place to use it is right here. Sorry about the moving. Okay. All right, good. You can see that burner. You can see how dirty it is. We're gonna see how this works. We might have to get another scrub, but I think this will work pretty good. So this burner, I cooked rice, it overflowed. It's really, really bad. So we use our Enviro Scrub and cleaning paste, and it comes off kind of chalky. It's marble flour. And just scrub it. So cleaning paste is how I clean my stove just about every night, and my sink. It does all of the work for you. Okay, and now I'm going to use the Enviro cloth side. I'm going to wipe all that away so you can see. I was worried. I didn't know if that burner would come all the way clean, but look at that. It looks amazing. I thought I might have to grab something else, but sometimes it even surprises me. It is just a phenomenal product. No toxic chemicals, no harm to your health or to your family. Your kitchen is your place. It's where you gather. It's where you cook all the food. It's where all the things happen. You want to make sure that you are using all safe things, and look how well it works. So that's cleaning paste. I'll also show you real quick. The other place I really like to use cleaning paste is right here in the sink. And honestly, so I use this a lot, sometimes on the stove, but I also really like to use it in the bathtub. I have hard water, and so it is perfect in the bathtub for hard water stains, or just for cleaning the bathtub. And it also removes 99% of bacteria with just water, because it's our microfiber. Okay, but I'm going to show you what I usually honestly clean the sink with is our Enviro Scrub. So I really like this netted dishcloth to wash dishes, but my family, they like a sponge. So we have an Enviro sponge here. Mine's very worn out. One side is also microfiber. The other side is scrubby. This has backlock in it. So again, it's not going to grow bacteria like your traditional sponge does, but it means you can't use Dawn dish soaps and things like that, things with fillers that are going to coat the fibers and stop the silver from working. So this is already damp because I've used it tonight, and I get it good and coated with cleaning paste. And then this is how I like to clean my sink at the end of the evening. Now, I used to do this with other things that were not as good for me, or that were actually bad for me. And the reason that I like this better is because one, it works super well, but two, even though those other things worked and they were easy, they're toxic. And the toxicity matters because you're disrupting your hormones, your endocrine system. Your endocrine system is your hormonal system, and it is what leads to many of our health problems in our life or during our life. So it's really important that we're not using things in our home that disrupt our bodies. So, and fun little story, you know, I always say in Europe, you can't buy all these toxic things, which you can't, but I had an aunt that lived in Europe for many years, and when I gifted her cleaning paste, she was like, oh my gosh, this is just like the cleaner I had when I lived in Belgium, and it's amazing. And she, you know, she raved about it. She cleaned her oven right away. She loved it. So this is a really good cleaner for all hard things, which I'm going to show you next. Let's see, I don't know how this will work. So I have my, let's see, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. So we have my oven door here, and I'm going to, so there's your before, because you're not going to be able to see it during. So that's the oven door. Now, tell me below, do you clean your oven? Because I'm going to tell you that God's honest truth. I never cleaned my oven before Norwex. I would clean my oven if my mom was coming over. Now I have cleaning paste again, and I have a spearnet. I would clean my oven if my mom was coming over, or, you know, because she would open the oven and be like, oh my goodness. Or I would clean it, I assigned it as punishment for my oldest. When she would get in trouble, that would be her punishment, to clean the oven door. Okay, so you can see there, I have all of the stuff. I'm going to take my EnviroCloth actually and kind of clean this off with the EnviroCloth. So the reason I now clean my oven is because it is super easy. It takes seconds. It's not a big deal. And look, all the stuff that came off. All the stuff that was on my glass, it's completely clean now. Completely clean now, looks great. Now I do have to switch out my paper on the inside, but here's what some of you are probably thinking. I have a self-cleaning oven. Self-cleaning ovens are highly toxic. Google this. If you use your self-cleaning feature, you're supposed to evacuate all animals and humans and open all the windows. So I used to use self-cleaning too, no judgment. But now I have a safer, easier way. So if I was going to clean the oven door, I always use cleaning paste. If I'm cleaning inside the oven, I'll heat the oven to 100 degrees. I'll use a degreaser, and I will use the spearnet, and it comes clean just like that. It's no work at all. It's no effort, and it's so gratifying and so easy that I don't mind doing it. Okay, the last thing, I did want to show you this little trick. And we'll wipe these down just to show you. So the other last couple things, stainless steel. Give me a shout out below. Tell me yes. What do you use to clean your stainless steel if you have it? If you don't have stainless steel, what do you use to clean like your cabinets or the front of your fridge? No judgment. If you're using disinfecting stuff or bleach or wipes or whatever, no judgment. I used all of that. These workshops are no judgment workshops. I just want to educate you and show you that it can be easy, it can save you money, and it can save you time. And I don't know about you, but cleaning is not my favorite thing in the world. You would think it is because I'm selling this stuff, but I'm only selling this because I feel really passionate about educating people that there's a different way. So tell me what you use below. I'm going to show you two things. One is this towel. So it's the towel the kitchen towel I've had draped. What I love about it is my kitchen towel used to fall off all the time. Now I loop it through the tag, because you know all of our products have those tags, and it stays on, doesn't fall off, makes my life so much better. It's not the greatest looking thing, but you can play with it. But it doesn't fall off, and I am all about that. Okay, now if you have stainless steel that you are cleaning, I always use the EnviroCloth. So you use the EnviroCloth wet, and this is your staple cloth. You clean your whole house with this cloth, guys. You clean furniture with it, you clean appliances with it, you clean kitchen cabinets with it. Heck, I've cleaned the carpet with it. You name it. You clean everything with this cloth. So clean it wet, just water. Remember, we're not adding anything to our surfaces, just water. And then you're going to dry with our window cloth. It's our second most popular cloth, and it does all the shining for you. So you're not going to have any streaks because we did not add anything to the surface. You have a beautiful clean oven just like that. So those are my must-have favorite kitchen items. I hope that you learned something. I hope it was of value to you. If you are just starting out, please don't get overwhelmed if you watch this video. Just start with the Safe Haven. The Safe Haven is the best way to box up all of your chemicals. All of that stuff that's sitting under your sink is off-gassing. Did you know that? Excuse me. So think about when you walk down the aisle at Target, it smells, right? Or Walmart or the grocery store. Do you notice when you walk down the cleaning aisle that it smells? It's because all of those things are off-gassing. So when they're under your sink, they're off-gassing, and all of that is creating a hazard in your home. Your home is supposed to be your safe haven. So we don't want that. So start with the Safe Haven set. Box up all of that stuff. If you're like me, you're gonna box it up, but you're gonna leave it in the basement until you're sure that this is going to work. I did the same thing. It is perfectly fine. I knew I wanted them out of my house. I knew they were hazardous, or at least out of my main environment. I put them under the house in a box, but I didn't get rid of them just yet. I tried out all this stuff. I made sure it all worked. It was all just as amazing as I thought it would be. And then I went and got rid of them at a chemical hazardous waste day. So if you have any questions for me, please ask. If you're interested in hosting, hopefully you saw how easy it can be. If you host, if we have 3 people that decide to host, I'm going to give each of you $30 worth of free kitchen products on your order. The other thing is there will be ordering information posted, and there are freebies on some of those packages. There are some packages with freebies. On those packages, I will, to redeem the freebie, you need to order directly with me. That means text me, message me, call me, so that I can place the order for you, so that I can buy you those items. That's the only way I can do it, is if I buy them for you on your order. I almost forgot the most important thing. So let me go back. I can't believe I almost forgot this. Okay, I promise, last thing. The mop, guys, the mop, it's the best thing ever. We just got a puppy, and I think about all of the, every time he licks the floor, I think, oh my God, thank you. I don't have any chemicals on the floor. I would be so upset if he was eating chemicals right now. I like to walk barefoot a lot. If you have little children that are crawling around on the floor, your body is, within 23 seconds, all of those chemicals are in your body, soaking into your skin and filtering through your organs. So it's really, really important. Please, I urge you, number one, tell me below, what do you use for floor cleaner? No judgment. I used Bona. I used Swiffer. I loved me some Fabuloso. Who doesn't love how it smells? It's amazing, right? Except it's not amazing. It's highly toxic. So once you know better, you do better. So go to EWG, Environmental Working Group, and search your floor cleaner. Don't look at just the rating score, because those can be bought. Look at the bars. Yes, everything in this country, I'm sorry. Look at the gray bars and see what is happening on those bars. Why are they getting that rating? What is the respiratory rating? What is the cancer rating? Do you know that most floor cleaners can contribute to infertility? Huge. Think of all the people you know that struggle with infertility or have struggled. It matters. So, mop. It is the best thing in the catalog. The best way to get it is to host or to join my team. If you think this is a great opportunity. I promise you it is. It's totally changed my life. I never in a million years thought I would be selling anything ever, 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 and definitely not cleaning products. I don't even like to clean, but I feel so passionate about educating people. It has changed my whole life. And I've earned a trip. I've earned several trips now. So it is worth it. Okay, so the mop. This is an attachment that comes on the mop. It's a spray attachment. It's not available right now, but when you order the mop, it comes in different colors. You can choose your color. You get this pole. The pole is adjustable. So it goes, well, right now it doesn't go that low because of the spray attachment, but if you take the spray attachment off, it will go very low for small children. If they want to mop, they can, because it's not toxic. And you want to really level it about your chin. You just twist it back together. It comes with the base, and it comes with, this is the dry pad, it comes with a wet pad. I'm going to show you the dry pad real quick. So you just charge it just like our dusting mitt. You charge it up, create that static charge. And then with our mop, you're going to want to use figure 8 motions. And this is like, almost like Swiffering. And you want to do it towards you because it's going to pick up most of the bulk of the big pieces on the floor, but it's not going to get 100% of them. So if you have a couple items left on the floor afterwards, you're going to want to get your EnviroCloth and pick them up. Or you can also, I know I said towards you and I'm going the other way, or you can get your little dustpan if you want to do that as well. Okay, so now that we have, I'm going to show you. Okay, so here is our dust pad. Look at that. Look how disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So I should probably be embarrassed by this, but I'm not. Because we are all human, right? And this is what the floor looks like. You can't be embarrassed. Okay, so what do you do with this? You either take it outside and you want a rubber brush to go with your mop pad. You either take it outside and you sweep it off, or you just go right over top of the trash can and carefully sweep it into the trash can. And look at all the stuff that comes off on the rubber brush. Works really well. This rubber brush is also really good to clean out the carpets in your car. It's even good as a dog brush. It's perfect for steps. It has lots of uses. You can check out all those uses in our VIP group. Now this has back lock in it. It's ready to go again. Then what we're going to do next is the wet pad. So you take this wet pad here. Now the wet pad is a giant EnviroCloth for your floors. So in our last demo and even this demo, you saw that our microfiber removes 99% of bacteria from a surface with just water. So we're wetting it with just water. And then you squeeze it just a little so that the excess comes off. What's nice about the mop pads is this one says damp right here. So you know which one is damp and you know which one is dry, because initially you might be like, oh no, which one is which? So we have our pad here. I personally, my favorite hack is to offset it. So I leave this little hangover on here. And I do that because like right here I have something on the floor and I will take my foot and just scrub it with my foot with that little overhang. But you literally just do figure 8s and mop the floor and you are removing all of the bacteria. Now, what is great about this is, one, it's saving you so much money. You don't ever need to buy any mop chemicals, nothing. You don't have some nasty bucket full of dirty water. You don't have a sponge that's collecting bacteria for ever and ever and is absolutely disgusting. And if your dogs or your children or you or your spouse walk across the floor, you are not going to have any footprints because you didn't add any chemicals to the floor. You just used water. So you removed all of the yuck from the floor, and you can even walk on it wet and it will dry and look great. So this mop comes in 3 different sizes. If you have a small kitchen, I recommend the small size. This is called large. And then there's also extra large. Extra large honestly is a little hard to maneuver, but I do love it if I'm trying to hurry and do a big area at once, and especially because I don't have much carpet in my home. So when I'm done with this, I just rinse it under water And then I hang it to dry. In my utility closet, I have a rack with hooks. I hang it to dry, and then I'll use it again before I wash it. Because it has silver in it, it's purifying, the bacteria is not growing, it's good to go for more than one. So that is our live demo tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions for me at all, please make sure you comment below. If you are watching the replay, make sure you comment. Let me know, everyone, what is your biggest takeaway? What was the big thing that stuck with you tonight? And I will be answering all of your comments and your questions, and I thank you for watching.